Yeah. Yeah. It took a couple tries.
I just came from work, man.
I need to step my game up.
Yeah, I'm a prosecutor, so I was, putting people in jail. Can't wear the hoodie for that.
Sure. Yeah, very much. Find me a little squeezing. This is different. I'm used to having those cameras.
It's dangerous.
Yeah, somebody's always got something to do. You gotta go and be some BS too.
No, I kind of want to sit down. I feel like I'm being a jerk standing in front of everybody's way.
I don't know. I don't really go back. It's just like, I've been seeing over the last year. This is the highest ranked class in Kentucky history.
That's the head coach, AD.
I'm gonna go ahead and sit down, so I ain't never ready to wait. Moore High School, that is correct, RJ. Home of Nick Roush's career high, 27 points. See, I'm not the only one on the floor. See, we got other people on the floor. There's JJ. More Mustangs. No, Mustang up. There's the, but yeah, we got Purdue by the Jets Pizza. We got Cincinnati with some Jets Pizza. We got a cake by Miami that has all the school logos on it. Behind the dude in the Kentucky shirt, there's a UK logo with nothing by it. And then by the Cincinnati logo, there's a bunch of bags of chips. So it's his birthday. It's going to be a heck of a birthday party. And now it is showtime. Sorry, Greg. We tried to do Wi-Fi, but it was slow instead of theater. So.
So that man's been waiting about 6 or 7 years for this day. First of all, I'm Tim Gentry. I'm the athletic director here at Moore High School. We have a middle school athletic director, so I have to differentiate now. But welcome to Marion C. Moore, where we're doing some great things. I'm sure most of you #know more by now. We got a great principal, Mr. Rob Fulk, who has kind of changed the direction of things around here. But enough about us. Today is about the young man sitting up on stage. We've got a few people here who want to speak about him. We've got his old basketball coach, Coach Roy Sutton. We've got his current football coach, Coach Rob Reeder. And then I'm probably going to say a few words about this young man since we've known him for for quite a while. So at this time, I turn it over to Coach Roy Sutton.
All right. 2 claps, 2 claps, 2 claps, 2 claps. All right, all right. Good afternoon, everybody.
Yes.
It's a pleasure to stand up here this afternoon and be a part of this wonderful celebration. I've known JJ for several years. I've had the pleasure of coaching him in basketball for the past several years. And when I met him I think he was in the 7th grade, I knew then I had me a future D1 player. I just didn't know it wasn't going to be in basketball. But, what I want to say the most about JJ, I won't keep you long. JJ is a great athlete. He can play basketball. He's great at football. He's probably good at baseball and soccer and the other sports, but what makes this young man a little unique is his character. He is a young man with great character. And as you know, as most adults know, that character will take you through life. So without the sports, he's a person that you really enjoy being around. He's a yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am type of individual. We are all, every one of us adults in this building, are all so proud of him. And we expect nothing but great things. He was raised right, and we're very, very proud. So without further ado, I want to end this with one big loud 2 clap. 2 clap, 2 clap. Congratulations, JJ. Love you, boy. Coach Reader.
For this job a couple of years ago, I had the pleasure of meeting Rayvon, our quarterback, and JJ. And before I had the interview, I tell you that story to tell you this. I ended up getting the job, and we had the preseason press conference. And I was there with a few of the other players, and Jason Frakes with the Courier-Journal was starting to ask us questions, and he said, well, did you know about JJ before you got the job? And I said, no. And he said, well, what did you think when you met him during the second interview? I said, man, I hope Coach Gentry gives me the job. That was my initial thought. But I was fortunate enough to get offered this position and being able to coach him for the past 2 years. I'll tell you another story. We were at a college showcase. And I'll tell you this story to tell you what kind of young man he is. We're at a college showcase. And JJ's going through drills and workouts and things, and he's killing it. And all these people are paying attention to him. And they break it down and they send the kids to water. Well, when they do, all these college coaches come running up to me. Coach Reader, you gotta give me a call. They're handing me their card. And I'm like, wow, you know. JJ goes and gets water, comes back to me. I said, man, I want to thank you. You just made me the second most popular person at this event. Did you know? This young man looks at me and dead serious and goes, who's the most popular? It'd be you, man. And so it talks about, it shows his humbleness. The young man, his coach talked about, he's got great character, and that says a lot about how he was raised. You guys did a heck of a job. You raised a wonderful young man. He's a good football player. He's a better person. So, young man, I'm gonna give you a little piece of advice before I hand the microphone up. All right, I want you to remember these things. All right, as you go on to this next chapter in life. All right, always answer the phone when your mama calls. All right, 3 things are happening right there. She wants to call and tell you she loves you. She wants to call and tell you about her day. And this is the 3rd and most important thing you got to remember when she calls you. All right, you're probably doing something you shouldn't be doing. They figure it out. So she's calling to stop you. All right? So you don't ever hit the red button on your mom. All right? You get trumped on that, Eugene. All right? Second piece of advice, man, don't forget where you came from. Don't ever forget that. It's been said in the past, Governors were once miners. Presidents were once residents. Okay, so don't you ever forget where you came from. Okay? You do it. And the third and the final piece of be kind. Nothing bad ever comes from being kind to people. Because let me tell you something, JJ, I'm going to let you a secret out. You're going to fail. At some point, something bad is going to happen. That's just life. But let me tell you something. When you fall, if you're kind to people, those people will dust you off. They will pick you up and they will help you out. Be kind. Nothing bad ever happens when you're kind to people. I love you. I'm proud of you. And I can't wait to see the next chapter. Thank you.
I'm so proud of Coach Reed. He was right. Now if I get through it. This kid's been here, yeah, I know. Leave me alone. Great kid. Great kid. I've had the honor of him being a friend of my son. He slept in my basement. When college coaches came to ask about this kid, first thing they did, they walk in the door and they say, "Who is he?" And he walks in, they go, "He's 6'6". Yes, he's 6'6", he's 2'4", he's everything we said he was. Then they said, "Tell me about him." And I said, first thing I'll say is, I've known this kid since he was in 7th grade, and I'll tell you right now, he is a great kid. I don't want to tell you about him playing football. I don't want to tell you about him playing basketball. I just want to tell you about him as a child. And as Coach Reeder said, be kind. This young man has been kind since the day we met him. He has been a leader for our school. He has been the face of our school for the last 6 years. As an 8th grader, this young man hit the 2 free throws that won a district championship for us. And from that moment on, I mean, it has just been time after time after time again. And what makes me more proud of anything is he's put us on his back. He has taken ownership of this program. He's taken ownership of this school. Today's day and age, for him never to embarrass you all is testimony to you, and for him to never embarrass himself. I mean, with cameras on you 24/7, with cameras in your hands 24/7, this young man is a class act, and I want everyone to know how much of a class act he is. 5 years ago, I left coaching the football as an 8th grader. I like to tell this little story. We're playing a game out here in Moore against, I think it was Newburgh. He hits a kid. Jesus Christ, he hit this kid. And mom and dad come out of the stands, wake baby up, and dad turns and screams at JJ, "Pick on somebody your own size." And without hesitation, our sideline screams, "There's nobody his size." So next play, we give him the ball, and he goes like 40 yards for a touchdown run with 3 kids over. Yeah, that's just, talk about a great kid. Our field this year just got abused. It was a year of rain. Toward the end of the year, we played 5 straight weeks here, and it rained every Friday night. So we ordered 5 tons of sand. We're trying to fill holes. Getting teenage kids to do anything nowadays is a chore. I asked the boys to get the buckets, get to work, turn around, everybody else is playing around. I look up, and here's my Division I prospect who's got Oregon, University of Miami, Louisville, Kentucky, Clemson, everybody in the world wanting him to come play for him. And this young man by himself is carrying 2 buckets of sand. Nobody else has even gone over to the sand pile yet. But here's my Division I player, the one who's supposed to be the prima donna, the one who's supposed to kind of carry himself above the rest, and he's already gone to work. And then when I say he's a great kid, that's the work ethic that JJ Weaver has. He's grown up this year. He has grown up so much this year. It has been a pleasure to watch his son. You really have grown from a young man to a very, very good young man. Want to thank his brother, Terrence, for getting him going into football, pushing him down the right way. This kid in 8th grade was the 2nd best basketball player in the state of Kentucky behind Moreno up in Scott County. Had big dreams of playing Division I basketball, and I kind of pulled him aside one day and I said, I had this talk with Mikhail McKay a few years ago. 6'6", a shooting guard in the league. You ain't a shooting guard. 6'6" is a wide receiver or a defensive end in the NFL. Mikhail kind of took it serious by the time he was a sophomore. JJ took it serious as a freshman. Both of them have turned out to be high quality Division I athletes on Sundays. With his work ethic and his character, that's going to carry him a long way. So I have no doubt he's going to succeed. Again, I want to thank Mom and Dad. We talked to y'all last year about closing your circles, keeping everybody close to you, and you all did an unbelievable job with that. Today's a day and age where everybody wants a piece. Everybody wants a piece. They see it as money. You guys, off the charts. Off the charts. You're so to be commended for the way you all handled all of this. And lastly, thank you.
Wow. I told myself, Can you hear me?
Yeah. So that's your finger.
I told myself I'm not gonna cry.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, bro.
Real men cry, brother.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
First one, thank everyone supporting me through this long journey. Without God, none of this has been possible, man. None of this. I have a lot of people to thank. A lot. There's so many, like, so many. So thank you, everyone, especially to my teammates.
Yo, we got you, boy!
I've been for 7 years. I could have been somewhere else. But my teammates, they push me every day. Like, I am the person I am because of them. That's facts. To my mom, to my dad, thank you. Especially you, Mom. You mean the world to me. The world. Everything. I hold myself together, But it's once again, thank you. I don't have a lot to say. Like, you guys showed love, and I did the thing I love, playing football. That's what I learned through my family, through everyone. And it was an easy way out for me. Like the way I grew up, everything. Y'all was thinking I'm about to commit right now, but I got a video for y'all, but the video's gonna show. I got y'all.
Teaser, you get a shoulder.
It's a 5-minute video.
The word that comes to mind is unique.
I remember the day I met him as a sophomore. The first thing I asked is, a guy with so much potential, why would you want to stay here and more? And he had said it was the family atmosphere that the school had provided and things that he valued. So I just know, you know, wherever he decides to go next to the next level is that something that values him is, you know, to be family oriented.
Last year when we played Johnson Central, he was beating triple teams, double teams. These are all over the field, making tackles in the backfield, couldn't lights out.
All season, that's all they do is work.
Every offseason, every year that I've been around, we go down to Florida, get that work in every year.
A year ago, around this time, JJ was sitting in my office talking about how he didn't want to be a leader, about how being a leader was just not his style. But this year, I've seen him grow as leader, learn as leader, and he's become a really strong leader on the football team and everywhere else and more.
What is the one thing that you think people don't know about you that you really wish they did?
I'm a leader.
Whitney Hardy.
When I first got here last year, I saw the 6'6", 240-pound kid who everybody had described to me as being a selfish individual. I immediately approached JJ and just needed to learn how to trust us. Once we earned his trust, I immediately saw that this kid was very different from what everybody had described. He was a very versatile kid. I understood it. He was highly recruited as a defensive end, but there's no doubt in my mind that whatever success he has on defense, he can have on offense as well. He's obviously rangy, a great pass rusher, good run stopper, has good technique that he's picked up here in the last couple of years that will pay dividends at the next level, which sets him apart from every defensive lineman that I've ever come across. Hey, how y'all doing? This is JJ Reaver, and this is my story. I started playing football since I was 4 years old. I fell in love with the game. I moved from Florida, 2014 with my mom. I could have went to any high school, but I came to Moore. I could have left. But just being here, just changing the program around, just being different. We made a lot of history together, a lot. We was 11-2. Me and my team, we worked hard this season. We didn't get what we wanted, but we made history. That's all that mattered. I will never forget that. Just being here, just at this stadium right here, just changed me in so many ways. I want to thank every single one of you guys. Thank you.
The senior defensive end has become one of the top recruits in the state of Kentucky. And staying on top is hard, especially when everyone starts coming for you.
This is for Freddie Reaver. First and foremost, I want to thank God and everybody that has supported me through this long process. I am committed to the University of... Go begin.